we have some pretty cool parts to put on Crisis. We definitely need an oil cooler because the oil pressure drops dramatically when she gets hot, and being in North Queensland in Australia, she gets pretty hot, and you know, you've got to contend with the track surface, the bitumen, tarmac, pavement, whatever you want to call it, all around the world, the black stuff, and it gets hot. So you know, you're looking at like sometimes 40 degrees plus track temp, you know. So we really should be running an oil cooler. So that's good, we got one. We're not running a fan, we're not running a thermostat because it's not a street car. She's gonna live at 6,000 RPM, so, and it's gonna be constantly getting some airflow. So we're gonna try it, see how it goes. Some of you may have already tried this, so let me know if, you know, it doesn't work, and I may have time to put a fan on it or a thermostat. So let me know in the comments if you've already put an oil cooler on your LS and you've already experienced it. It would be great. So thanks in advance. So we've got all our lines, bits and pieces, 90s, our adapter for the LS. Plus we need some more belts because we've got a passenger seat now, so put some belt stuff. Also, finally got an air box. I'd just like to do a little shout out to a local Townsville business where I live, Performance Parts Plus. They give us a little discount, and they gave me a nice flag to put up with me other collections of signs and stuff back from when I raced superbikes and that. So looks pretty cool in the shed as well. So thanks guys, muchly appreciated for the discount. A good mate of mine who's a really smart, clever bloke when it comes to engines and stuff, he told me that an airbox can help gain horsepower instead of a pod. So we have got this Aeroflow little tiny airbox, and there's a pod filter inside, but it is like a little airbox. It's also, you know, it comes with this flexible tube for an intake, little trumpet there. So yeah, this was our current setup, and it's pretty tight. So I think I've already trimmed a bit off this 4-inch intake, but I'm gonna try and trim some more because it's kind of kinked here and it's been sort of resting on my shroud. So I'm gonna see if I can trim a bit more to get that in, and we can mount the that airbox around here somewhere. So it's neat. I want to get these headlights back in. Fib tears a little bit there. This episode isn't going to be about putting these parts on. I'm going to have to continue this episode with our new CNC machine that arrived. I started doing these parts because, you know, that's a priority at the minute. I don't need to fabricate anything at this point in time. So we've only got a couple of weeks until our first test that I've been talking about in the other episodes. So my main goal was to get this oil cooler on, fit the belts, put this new airbox and filter on, which I have done. I've set that up, and oh boy, it runs smoother now. You can just hear the difference. It's not choking the motor. So it's actually running like really good. You can notice it straight away with it. So that is our setup now, our intake. I just put a little trumpet on the side there, so we're not getting any hot air now. We'll sort of pull some from behind the headlight and that, so that's really cool. So that's nice and solid there. And then obviously it's got a bit of flex when that motor tweaks because we don't have solid engine mounts. So that's sorted. Our overheating problem at the minute is sorted. I did start to mock up the oil cooler, just went off the front clip, just some riv nuts again. We love riv nuts, and that's where I've put our oil cooler. Got our AN lines running up and down the back there, so we've got plenty there. So I'm gonna stop with this because we've had a cyclone, because we live in North Queensland, Australia, and nearly every year we get tropical lows and cyclones. So we got hit with a category 2 or 3, I think it was. So, you know, 100 plus kilometers an hour winds, and I'm just looking at all the gum trees. So lucky that big bugger didn't land on the shed, didn't fall down, but we got a bit of a mess to clean up when it dries. So we got no power at the minute. We got a generator running the house and some lights in the shed, and won't run the hoist. So we're going to stop with this, and we're going to move over and continue this episode with our new CNC plasma cutter. So this is it. Pretty cool, big table. Well, big enough for us to do, you know, make fab up cross members and chassis mounts and brackets and door cards, or you name it, we can do it now. So that's what I'll be doing. Got some crates here to unpack and have a look inside, and we will be reading the instructions on this one instead of building it and then reading it. So I'm gonna get to it and read some instructions. Well, this is pretty cool. Alright, so we got this sucker out. Got the instructions. We're up to putting the computer onto the rail. So we got some other bits and bobs, tips, and don't know what most of it is, but anyway, this fancy rail, it's going to go on eventually, but that's what we're going to do first. That's our first step. Alright, so now we got this fella on. It's all lined up in the gears. It goes out a fair way, so I've got to be careful. Don't hit the car, but so far, precision. Getting this on, it's the height sensor, and there's some bolts in there to hold the wiring back to get it on, and very fiddly, on and off, on and off. So anyway, now I'm going to read the instructions. I'm doing step by step because I don't want to fucking have to keep pulling shit apart, put it back on, pull it apart, because the instructions miss bits. So, well guys, this is it. This is our CNC machine, pretty well finished. We just have to hook up the plasma to the 15 amp power, which is all the way over there. But the sun left that laying around. But we're still without power from that cyclone. It's been a couple of days, so we can't do much. So this video is coming to an end until we can get full power back and make some videos. But anyway, it is what it is. Big shout out to all the power guys, fixing all the power poles and all that, and all the volunteers from all over helping out and sorting out with the cleanup and stuff from the cyclone. It was enough to, you know, piss a lot of people off not having air cons and stuff, because it's pretty hot. I'm sweating right now. But anyway, we got a generator running. We can power some lights, but that's about it. So Thanks for watching, guys. Muchly appreciated, and we'll try and make some better videos in the next ones when we got some power back, and we'll start making some cool signs. I got some signs and stuff I'm gonna make some money on the side so we can put it into this thing, and also the drift truck build that will be starting after our first test. So I'm gonna hook into that. Really want to get Crisis sorted out with Andrew at the track and have some fun, let loose, and then sort of push Crisis to the corner, and we're going to start the drift truck build. Pull the engine out of the Lexus, the 1UZ out of there, get it on the engine stand, clean it up, get the F truck back here, start cleaning up the chassis, the cab, the bed, and figure out where we're going to chop and change this thing. So, you know, I might have to bring the laser level out and bolt it down to the concrete and start that way. Who knows? You'll find out. But thanks again, guys. Please, if you haven't done so, like and subscribe to our channel. We've got some cool stuff, as I was just talking about, coming up. So if you're into cars, building cars, racing cars, this might be a channel for you. So thanks, eh? Be good or be good at it.